Assalamu alaikum everyone, and welcome back to the channel. How are you all? I hope you're doing well. As you guys know, my family and I have traveled from Canada to Pakistan to attend my brother-in-law's wedding, as you guys saw in my previous vlogs. So once the wedding festivities were complete, I realized that we had little time left in our trip, as we had about 2 weeks left, and the last week of our trip would be the start of Ramzan. So I wanted to get our shopping done before Ramzan started. In this vlog, I will share our shopping, our late night hangouts, and just a few clips here and there from, the rest of the trip, as well as the shadi dawat that we gave for the bride and the groom, for the new couple. So my sister-in-law and I would usually head out in a rickshaw by ourselves to Sadr Bazaar in Peshawar. I found it so much easier than having to depend on someone to drive you around, and you basically shop around at your own pace. I love that in Pakistan there's so many options and varieties and everything. So I had bought some unstitched suits, so we came to buy matching lace and like some nice buttons for some of the suits. They had so much stuff and it was really difficult for me to choose because I'm not used to so many options. Specific Bazaar had a lot of other shops that had really nice dresses for Zoe and ready-made shalwar kameez suits for Xavier, which I love. So I ended up buying a lot of stuff from here. Came to this other store which had western wear, like long dresses, skirts, and shirts. So I did end up buying a skirt from here and it was really pretty. To Al-Karam, where they had a sale going on, so we stopped to get some men's clothes as they were on a pretty good price point. So we also looked at all like the women's suits, and I ended up getting a suit for myself. I loved their quality and designs, plus their sale was pretty good too. The days where we went shopping, where they were really tiring, but we had so much fun because I would just explore with my sister-in-laws, and I love going to all these stores and seeing the variety, and just like I was living my shopping dreams basically. On another day, we went to Arshin, where they had so much stuff. Like, look at all this variety, look at all these suits. Honestly, I don't know how people can, decide and pick and choose which ones they like. They had these two-piece suits on sale, which were at a pretty good price. Plus, they were good designs, like mostly that you could wear, at home, or, if you're going to like a casual event. These suits included a shirt and a trouser, but no dupatta, and that's why I didn't want to buy it, because then looking for a matching dupatta would be a lot of work. I usually gravitated towards two-piece suits which had the shirt and the dupatta, because it's so much easier to pair clothes with like a black or white or like nude color shalwar, if you know what I mean. But my sister-in-laws did really like this place for the quality of the clothes, and you could tell just by looking at like the fabric and looking at the designs of the clothes that they definitely did have good quality. I also liked that they had designs for like every occasion, ranging from homeware to fancier suits. Here the shopkeeper was showing me like all the trending designs, and they were pretty nice. But I just kept thinking, like, where would I wear these outfits? Some of them were really nice. Like, I really liked this one, and after looking at the price, I thought it was expensive, especially since it would be, an additional cost for the tailor to stitch it. So I think that made me stop and think about it. I really like this outfit as well. But again, the price point with the tailor's cost, I think it was more than the suit was worth. But yeah, they had a lot of variety, and I think that's why we stopped at the place, and I really liked it, but I didn't end up doing a lot of shopping here. Next, we moved on to Saya, where I bought a lot of my stuff. I think I did majority of my shopping from here because they had such nice pieces. Plus, they had a really good sale going on. I bought a few two-piece unstitched suits, as well as a few ready-made kurtas, and I know you guys will probably see them most likely in my future videos. And then if you guys ask me in the comments where my outfit is from, most likely you'll get the answer. The ready-made section was just beautiful. Also went to J Dot, or Junaid Jamshed, where I bought my mother-in-law an outfit for Eid. I didn't really find anything for myself, but we stopped at the perfume section to test out some samples. Other things that we shopped for were a lot of the kids' clothes. I found really, really cute and pretty dresses for Zoya, as well as a lot of like, different fancy or like elegant, shalwar kameez for Xavier, and some shirts for him as well. But yeah, at home, every day, mashallah, was a feast. As you guys can see, we were trying new things, and today's item of the day was this delicious fried fish. This is a special item in Peshawar, I would say, and it is definitely a must try if you ever visit the place. It came with these two delicious chutneys, which were so good. So one was a sweet and spicy one, and the other was slightly sour. So they made like the perfect dip for the fish. I think another thing that I will miss a lot about Pakistan is the nightly dinners that we had all together as a family. Like the mahal and the gupshup that we would have at this time would be so much fun. Mashallah, it's always nice when families eat together. But yeah, other things about our trip were that, as you guys probably know from my other previous vlogs, that most nights we would head out to have some late night snacks and just chill with the family. So I knew that I had to have as much golgappas and ice cream and like street food as much as I could possibly have, because honestly you just can't find these in Canada. Like you might find packaged golgappas, but the taste here is just something else. Like even while I'm watching this video, my mouth is watering because I want those golgappas so badly right now. On this night we had also ordered dahi bade to try, because I've never had this before, and neither did my husband. I believe he's trying it after a really long time. But yeah, we came out with my sister-in-law and the bride and groom, so the new couple, as well as me and my husband. One of my sister-in-laws, actually, she came for the wedding from the UK, so she was also really excited to be going out with us for these late night snacks. She kept saying how much she misses like the street food here. She kept saying, like the taste isn't quite the same as the taste in Pakistan, because of course the street food here is authentic. But yeah, as expected, everyone loved the golgappas, my absolute favorite street food item in Pakistan. I think I can eat it at any time of the day, all day. After golgappas, we tried the dahi bade, and I have to say this didn't reach up to the same mark as the golgappas. I mean, they were good, they were all right. We were actually all laughing at how we quickly ate the golgappas and then the dahi bade just weren't finishing. We should have just left the golgappas to the end instead. But yeah, on another night we went out for ice cream, and this was my favorite place called Johnny Cone. So do you see how big that ice cream cone is? This one ice cream cone like would cost probably like $10 back in Canada, and here it's what, 200 rupees. Such a big difference, and honestly it tasted amazing too. And here's the whole gang, mashallah, with their ice cream cones. I honestly love these late night hangouts, and I miss these the most because it was just so nice to sit and have gupshup with the family and bond over simple things. These are things that you can't really have in Canada because everything closes so early too. But yeah, this is another day of the trip where I had gone to visit my sister-in-law and spend the day at her house. So her kids are older, and they loved spending time with Zoya and Xavier. Xavier was getting like the royal treatment with the older kids, taking him out to get treats and playing games with him all day. In the afternoon, the kids had all, taken me upstairs to the roof so that they could show me their kite flying skills, and mashallah, they were really good. Want to know a little secret about me though? I have actually never flown a kite before, so this was my first experience, and it was scary and fun at the same time. I don't know how to really explain it. Like the kids were enjoying teaching me, and I think I may have learned a thing or two from them. It's definitely not as easy as it looks though, or how easy they make it look here. It was definitely a nice experience, a fun experience. While the kids were enjoying their games upstairs, I actually came downstairs because my sister-in-law was cooking her famous biryani. So she was showing me her way of making it, and you could just tell that she cooks everything with so much passion and so much love, mashallah, mashallah. How badly do I want this biryani right now? Like, I'm craving this. Who else is craving biryani at this moment? Let me know in the comments below. Here's the final look. Doesn't that look so yummy? It was even better than it looks, to be honest. It was super spicy and tasty, mashallah. A person truly loves you when they fill your plate like up to the brim. Mashallah, she was just filling my plate because I was so hungry at this point. Also, I will ask the controversial question. Do you guys like your biryani with aloo or without aloo? Let me know in the comments below. Finally, it's time for the big reveal. So we did take take our family to the Shiraz Ronak restaurant in Peshawar as a shadi dawat for the new couple. Usually, after a couple gets married, all the family members invite them over for dinner and throws them dawats as a way of like welcoming the new family member into the family. So we had decided to take them for dinner to Shiraz Ronak, and it was a big restaurant with lots of seating and lovely decor. We opted to actually sit outside where you get the view of like the whole buffet service, and you can also enjoy the lovely weather too. We actually started off by going to the barbecue section, and you guys, it smelled absolutely divine. Like everything here, by the way, was a buffet all you can eat system, so that's why we wanted to get the barbecue before we head over to the main menu items. In barbecue, they had a lot of items, and it was actually really funny because I don't know how to read Urdu, and all the menu items were written in Urdu. So I actually went with my sister-in-law, and she was explaining to me what each item is. So we made plates for ourselves as well as other people at the table, as like my mother-in-law, because it was difficult for her to come back and forth. They had a lot of variety of items just in the barbecue alone. I think my favorite item had to be like the malai boti. I also really like their seekh kebab as well. Like a lot of their food was really, really tasty without being overly spicy or overly, charred. And they also had a grill going on in the back so that you can watch as they cook your food live. And I have to say, the whole ambience and the environment was just so much fun, especially when you're like coming here to get your barbecue items. The smell that hits you of you want to like eat everything. Their food options, their barbecue items were amazing. Look at all that smoke. Like it was just so nice, the smell just hitting you in the face. Mashallah. And beside the barbecue section, they did have a little small park. So the kids, they definitely enjoyed as well. Xavier was running around and he really wanted to play at the park the whole time. But yeah, it was nice for the kids to have a little play area too. And here's the barbecue that we got. Everything tasted amazing, mashallah. After barbecue, we went to the buffet area. So since I couldn't read Urdu, I took my husband along with me to the main buffet section so that he could help me understand what's what. And you can see here, they have so many options, mashallah. Here's just a quick overview of the place and how it looks and everything that they had. As for the food options, they had a lot of things like soup, a variety of pastas and salads. They had keema fry, vegetarian foods, chicken karais, Chinese food with like chicken Manchurian, beef chili, fried rice. And they also definitely had to have biryani. Desserts, they had different types of cakes and mousses, kheer, firni, sheerhoma, etc. They also had pastries and jello for the kids, and best of all, they had coffee. They also had this little area in the back where they had daily chicken, a whole section of fish, burgers and fries. Honestly, they had a lot of items in the buffet, and mashallah, it was so good. Kulfi was like everybody's favorite. It was so good that you could honestly eat more than two, and we kept going to grab more for everyone. And eventually the guy who was serving the coffee was just like, what's going on? But yeah, mashallah, alhamdulillah, it was a really, really good experience. Everyone was really happy with the dinner and they thoroughly enjoyed their time here. As we were leaving, Xavier found this aquarium with fish and he just wanted to play with the fish and kept showing it to everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. That's all for this little vlog today. And I hope you guys enjoyed these little sneak peeks into our Pakistan trip. And inshallah, I shall see you guys in my next vlog. So please do take care of yourselves and Allah Hafiz.